Hello and welcome to Edison TV. Today I'm joined by Adrian Potts, Chief Executive Officer of Applied Graphene Materials. Applied Graphene Materials are listed on AIM, capitalised at around £30 million, and they're a developer of graphene dispersions that customers use to enhance the properties of coatings, composites and functional materials. Adrian, many thanks for joining us today.
Thanks, Dan. Great to be with you as always, and yeah, look forward.
Great. And so in this interview, we're talking specifically about a new vertical that you're targeting. So looking at chemical resistance, what we're talking about here, what makes graphene different from chemical resistance additives currently being used within various industries?
Yeah, thanks. So what we've demonstrated here is essentially a new package of data for the coatings industry, where there's really great read across from what is already an innovative package of technology or platform of technology for anti-corrosion with graphene. And that read across now is available into the chemical resistance adjacencies or verticals, as you put it, in the market. So first of all, graphene's got great potential for this application. We know that graphene works extremely well in coatings. What we've been able to show here is that graphene can work highly effectively to replace commonly used materials within the chemical resistant sector of the industry. And the real difference is, to your question, with a graphene addition, so dramatically lower loading levels of additive. So it's a highly effective material. We've demonstrated that with the data that we've put together. Improvements in chemical resistance performance compared to materials like glass flake as a benchmark material that's commonly used across a range of chemicals, and improvements in then other attributes like hardness and gloss retention and the usual things that people look for in a high performance coating. So potential improvements elsewhere as well in things like adhesion, and all of this comes together to effectively give the coatings formulator the potential for improved performance and longer life coatings. So and along with that, great formulating flexibility as well for the product developer, and areas like coatings that can be potentially thinner. And that again is a great attribute for looking at life of a coating in an application. So all this adds up to an excellent technology offering to the coatings developer specific to chemical resistant products.
Thank you, that's very helpful. And so for the formulators working with your materials, would they have to completely replace their existing systems to incorporate yours?
So a formulator in this sector has a number of options open to them, but specific to the work that we've done so far, their base chemistry can be retained. So there's not a wholesale change to incorporate this new material, and that's a really good thing for the end customer from process continuity as part of that customer engagement. And really the focus is on the switch from current technology, glass flake I mentioned earlier as I say, a commonly used material, mica and so on. And it's that switch from that barrier material to graphene and how to integrate that. So we offer a remarkable range of dispersed materials to facilitate that. And what we have is really a complementary solution to existing formulated capabilities. So there's flexibility as well in the change that a formulator might bring with these barrier materials. So that can be complete, so a complete switch to graphene, or indeed partial. And we've gone a stage further with the work that we've done to demonstrate that essentially we can mix and match graphene with existing materials as well to suit the end performance objectives. And our results were extremely positive with both graphene alone and also graphene in combination with glass flake. So the risk of technology adoption for an end customer is pretty minimal when you look at it in terms of the performance gains that can be made and the methodology that we have for introducing this new material.
Thank you. And so can graphene dispersions, can they go into any coating formulation, or are there limits within that?
So the work that we've done is epoxy based, which is a common chemistry, but in principle, yes. I mean, to your question, applicability is across a broad range of chemistries, and the key is in the formulating, and that's where we add a lot to that proposition in terms of the expertise that we bring, the standard dispersion product range that we offer to enable the end user to integrate graphene into their coatings really well. And that ranges from water-based dispersions through solvent-based to a range of resins to suit people's chemistries. And of course, ultimately, we can also customize to suit a specific end application for a specific chemistry and type of coating, if that's what's needed with the customer.
Thank you. And so how are you using this new data to reach your customer, your base of customers and your prospects as well?
Yeah, so direct presentation, of course, through our small in-house sales team. But then the bigger picture, we have a great distribution network with many more people representing the product on a global basis. So that distribution network is really well placed to take this new performance data, new application data, and the marketing materials that go with it, and present it to that much broader customer base. And we anticipate a really good pickup of interest around the subject through that distribution network. And as you'd expect, that then moves to specific engagements where prospects will take materials, use that data that we've generated to evaluate our products in their own systems, and we can guide them through that with our distribution partners. The overall aim of that, of course, is not just an increased number of customers looking at our product, but that pull through with graphene integration into their coating system, and then ultimately customer product launches with new and innovative products containing our graphene dispersions into this new vertical of chemical resistant coatings.
Great. And can you just put this into overall context for the business as a whole? Where does this take Applied Graphene Materials, and how important is it to the strategy of the business?
Yeah, thanks, Dan. So the strategy for the business for our technology platform is centered around the coating sector, and we use this platform as a vehicle to demonstrate the overall effectiveness of graphene nanoplatelets and dispersions of those materials into a range of different applications. Initially, anti-corrosion attributes of the materials, and that's really well established across a number of applications. Now, of course, we're able to include this new area for us of chemical resistance, and that reads across into a number of different applications as well. Initially, we of course are active in the world of composite materials and also specialty products. So it allows us to expand the footprint of the business and the product offering significantly into a broader set of applications. So areas such as pipelines, transportation of chemicals, and areas like storage of chemicals. And interestingly, this is not just specific to coatings, but there are also a number of composite materials suppliers to this area of the industry who operate in both chemical transport and chemical storage sectors. So a great opportunity for a much broader application scope with our graphene materials. So in many cases, engagements that we already have will have activity in both areas, both anti-corrosion and chemical resistance coatings. And there's a great opportunity to expand those further as well.
Perfect. So an exciting new string to your bow. Adrian, many thanks for joining us today.
Thanks, Dan. Great to be able to share with you again, and really looking forward to some great traction with this new technology.
Thank you.